Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate's Day Night. Previously, we followed Shirou on his last day alive. Turns out he stayed late at school just because of Shitji, who would have known. And now Lancer has stabbed Shirou in the heart because Shirou was witness to his fight with Archer. And now we are left to wait as Shirou dies, and Rin will come in and heal him. I'm very curious to see Shirou's perspective of this event, because we know that Archer, on his way back to Tosaka's home, or Tosaka Rin's home, after following Lancer, trying to find Lancer, Archer swung by the school and picked up the missing necklace that Rin left behind. I wonder if Archer would have seen Shirou and maybe talked to him? I don't think he would have, though. That's not a very professional thing for a servant to do. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, at any rate, I think we are definitely going to pass the end of the prologue here. Like I know we're technically not in the prologue right now. We're in the story proper, in the Fate route proper. What I mean is, we're going to advance forward in time after where we left off. So I'm very hyped for that. Let's get going. I can't see well. There's no feeling in me. I feel like a jellyfish floating in the dark sea at night. I don't feel any pain already. The world is white, and only I am black. So rather than feeling like I'm dead, it's more like the world around me has disappeared. I know this. I felt this 10 years ago. This is how someone feels when dying.
死人に口なしってな。弱いやつがくたばるのは当然といえば当然だが。
Dead men tell no tales. It's only natural for the weak to die, but I cannot concentrate on my vision.
まったく嫌な仕事をさせてくれる。このざまで英雄とは笑い草だ。
Man, you really make me do unpleasant jobs. It's a joke that a hero is acting like this. I can only hear voices. Okay, hold the frick up. Okay, Lancer is speaking to his master here. Well, more like speaking at his master, because his master is clearly nowhere around. So Lancer finds killing witnesses unpleasant. I guess that's kind of okay of him, I guess. It's a joke that a hero is acting like this. Is Lancer talking about his master or himself? Because servants are heroic spirits. I guess I could see Lancer considering himself to be a hero. And yeah, of course, killing a witness, an innocent bystander, is anything but heroic. But there's also the possibility that the intention of this phrasing is that Lancer's master is supposed to be a hero? Or heck, it could even be both of them. I don't know. Huh.
分かっている。文句はないさ。女のサーバントは見たんだ。おとなしく戻ってやるよ。
I know. I have no complaints. I saw the girl's servant, so I'll go back. Oh. Okay, so maybe Lancer literally is talking to his master. Maybe with like a cell phone? Maybe? Or maybe Lancer's master is here at the school? I don't know. Huh. A voice filled with irritation. And after that, I hear footsteps running through the hallway.
アーチャーか。蹴りをつけておきたいところだが、マスターの方針を破るわけにもいくまい。まったく、いけすかねえマスターだこと。
Archer, huh? I want to finish the match with him, but I have to follow my master's plan. Jeez, I don't like him. But do you not like Archer or your master? This is so ambiguous. The voice suddenly disappears. I guess he jumped out of a window or something. And after that, footsteps approach me and stop. In that brief period, more footsteps. I guess that must be Archer behind Rin's back. I can't hear much now.
追ってアーチャー。ランサーはマスターのところに戻るはず。せめて相手の顔ぐらい把握しないと。
Follow him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. This won't be worth it unless we at least find out what his master looks like. Whose voice was that? I concentrate my fading mind, but I can't remember anything. Right now, my breathing is too noisy. My lungs must still be alive. The air coming out of my mouth is as loud as a hurricane.
その割にはまだ死んでないってのはすごいな。
But it's amazing he isn't dead yet. I sense someone looking at my face. Perhaps my breathing was loud as the figure tries to close my mouth and...
やめてよね。なんだってあんたが。
Stop it. Why does it have to be you? I hear the person grit their teeth, and they touch me without hesitation.
破損した臓器を偽造して代用。その間に心臓一つ丸々修復か。
Reforge the damaged organ.
成功したら時計塔に一発合格ってレベルじゃない。
Reforge the damaged organ and use it as a substitute and restore the heart in the process, huh? If I succeed, I'll be accepted to the clock tower instantly. I don't remember that line. Accepted to the clock tower? Is that like a prestigious academy for Megases? Magi? Pain-filled voice. With that, my mind stops fading. Feeling returns to my body. Slowly, bit by bit, like a drop of water going down a leaf, feeling returns to my body. What is the person doing? The person is sweating and places their hand on my chest with all their heart. When I notice, the place where the person placed their hand is terribly hot. It must be so hot that the frozen blood melted and started to flow again. I sense someone take a deep breath and sit down. I'm tired. I hear a clang of something falling. That must be the crystal.
まあ仕方ないか。ごめんなさい父さん。あなたの娘はとんでもなく薄情者です。
Well, I guess it can't be helped. Forgive me, Father. Your daughter is terribly heartless. And that's it. The person speaks to mock themselves and leaves. My heart resumes its activity. And then, my mind stops. This is not the sleep of death. This is a restful sleep to recover the energy to wake up again. I wake up. I feel sick, My whole body is in pain, and I have a sharp headache each time my heart throbs.
何が起きた?
What happened? I can't remember because of the sharp headache. My body is cold, probably from lying on the floor for a long time. The only certain thing is my ripped uniform, and my own blood on the floor. So I guess when Rin healed Shirou's wounds, it must have healed his arm, right? Like there was the scar, or not the scar, the line that was cut from his shoulder to his arm, to his hand. I still wonder what that was all about, though. Get up with a hazy head. The spot where I was lying looks like a murder scene.
本当に
Damn, I really had my chest pierced? Bearing the pain, I enter the closest classroom. Moving to the locker with unsteady steps, I take out a mop and a bucket. What the fuck, dude? I get that you're in shock. I get that you can't possibly think rationally. I get that you don't really know what you're doing and probably just going on autopilot. But oh my god, man.
何してんだろう
What am I doing? I'm still confused. Why do I still think I have to clean up when I've just met something totally outrageous and been killed instantly? Am I an idiot?
くそ落ちない
Damn, it won't come off. I wipe the floor with a mop. With unsteady hands, I manage to get the blood wiped off and pick up any trash lying around and put it into my pocket. Wouldn't that include the locket? Or the amulet, or the crystal, or whatever? Maybe I'm destroying the evidence. I'm still in a daze, so perhaps that's why I'm doing something so absurd. I put back the mop and bucket and leave the school like a zombie. I get hotter as I walk. The air is so cold, but it feels like my body is burning. Yo, wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think I know what's happening. Hold up. Let's see where we end up here. Okay, so I think at some point, I'm not sure for certain, maybe I just thought of it on my own and didn't voice it, but at some point I had the thought that the reason Shirou would be able to summon a servant, let alone Saber, even despite being such a half-assed Magus with barely any potential, is because the residual energy from that 10 years stored magic from the locket would still be inside his body. And now, Shirou's body is growing hotter, like he's burning up inside. And do you remember what Shirou was saying he felt like when he was practicing in his shed? He felt like a hot iron rod was being inserted into his spine. He felt like his body was getting hot. Yeah, this is what's happening. It totally is. The magic from the locket is still in his body. And he will expel that to summon Saber. Like, maybe he's about to go to his shed just to practice anyway, or to, like, maybe he'll feel it and get the idea to expel the magic energy inside him to help himself, and he'll just accidentally summon a servant just because there's going to be so much magical energy. I feel like that might be a thing. When I get home, the day has already changed. There's no one home. Neither Fuji or Sakura is around now. I collapse to the floor. I lie on the ground and finally calm down. I take a deep breath. When I inhale, my heart cries in pain as if cracking apart. No, that's wrong. It wasn't just cracked. It had a hole in it, but it healed and the wound tries to open up again when I inhale. So it's true that I was almost killed. No, that's wrong too. I wasn't almost killed. I was actually killed. But don't people die when they're killed? But I'm still alive in spite of that, because someone saved me. I wonder who it was. I should at least thank them. Since the person was there, that person might have something to do with them. But that makes no difference to the fact that the person saved me. I have to thank them one of these days. The moment I let my guard down, the pain returns. At the same time, I feel like vomiting. I sit up and resist the sickness. I place my hand on my bare chest where the uniform is ripped. Even though I was saved, I did have a hole in my chest. That feeling, such an unpleasant feeling, a spearhead entering my body, isn't something I can forget easily. Damn, I'll have nightmares about this for a while. If I close my eyes, it feels like the lance is still in me. I shake off that illusion and try to calm down. Alright, I'm starting to calm down. The result of all that training is training every night. Just taking a few deep breaths clears my mind, and the heat and nausea vanish from my body. So, about those guys. A man in blue and a man in red. They looked human, but I don't think they were. Were they like ghosts or something? I've never heard of ghosts with form, able to associate directly with people. And they were talking too. They have their own will, it's hard for me to think of them as ghosts. I've heard that the only ghosts with a body are spirits. But aren't they shaped differently from humans? No, that's not the problem. There's another fundamental problem. Those two who were killing each other. The murderous burglar that has appeared in the neighborhood. The ongoing ominous events in Fuyuki City. All I can tell with such thoughts is that it's way out of my league. If father was still alive, perhaps because the wound on my chest is so vivid, I complain about things I shouldn't. Idiot. I've already decided to do whatever I can, even when I don't understand. Complaining comes later. First, I have to decide whether or not it's my concern. The bell hung from the ceiling rings. This is Amegus' house, even if only a poor one. There is a boundary field that alerts me when a stranger enters the property. Ah! Yeah, that's right. Lancer arrived before Rin and Archer. Right. A burglar? At a time like this? As I speak, I realize my foolishness. That can't be it. With this timing right after that strange incident, that can't be it. There's an intruder. Not a burglar, but an assassin who's here for my life. No, it's a lancer who's here for my life. Because I remember that guy saying, "You saw us, so die." The house is filled with silence. In the silent darkness, the murderous intent I felt at school is slowly drawing closer. My throat gulps. I feel a sharp chill running down my spine. I will be instantly pierced if I move from this room. I frantically contain the scream about to escape my mouth. The instant I release it, the assassin will happily jump in and take the opportunity to kill me. If that happens, it'll be just like before. Unprepared, I will be pierced by that lance again. The moment I think about it, my breathing goes wild. Damn it. I'm ashamed that I'm about to give up my saved life so easily and that I'm afraid. Gritting my teeth and holding my chest, I try to restrain myself. I should get used to it. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to be killed. Well, more like third time, because... Well, I guess no actual thing was just killing him when he was in that fire. It's more like he was about to die. So I think there's a distinction. That alone is enough to make me want it to end differently from last time. Besides, I'm a magus. What have I been learning for the past 8 years if I can't even protect my own life? Alright, let's do it. Enough thinking. Right now, I just have to counter the intruder. Oh, you poor naive fool. Lancer is one of the 3 knightly classes. He's immune to magic. First of all, I need a weapon. Even though I'm a magus, all I can do is strengthen something that could be a weapon. To fight, I need a weapon. The shed has lots of things that could become weapons, but it's too far away. The rolled up metal poster? If I'm attacked when I leave the living room, it will just be a repeat of what happened earlier. It'll be difficult, but I have to find a weapon here. Something long and thin would be best. My opponent's weapon is a lance, so something like a knife won't do. It would be great if there were a wooden sword or something, but of course there's nothing. If anything here could be a weapon, it's... Perfect. Man, only the poster Fuji left here? I'm disappointed. But despite that, I'm determined even in this hopeless situation. Things are already as bad as they can be, so they can't get any worse. So all I have to do is run forward until I run out of energy. With the words that suggest my reconstruction, I channel magical energy into the 60-centimeter long poster. I have to turn it into something that can repel that lance, so I need to channel magical energy into every corner and solidify it. Basic quality, analyze. I extend my consciousness. As if soaking my blood into the poster through my skin, I permeate magical energy into it. Basic quality, reinforce. A sense that I've hit the bottom. Right before the magical energy overflows from it. I cut off all connection with the poster and shudder at the feeling of success. The poster is now as hard as metal, but it is light as it was before, so I couldn't ask for a better sword.
うまくいった。
I did it. How many years has it been since I last succeeded the strengthening magic? It's kind of ironic. The magic I've never been able to achieve since Kuretsugu died is finally working in this kind of situation.
ともあれこれで。
Anyways, now I might be able to do something. I have some knowledge of how to use a sword. I hold the poster with both hands and stand up. I'll die anyway if I stand here. I don't think I would be able to flee even if I escape this house. So all I can do is run straight to the shed and make a stronger weapon. Come if you're going to come. Won't be like before. In the instant I think that, my whole spine shivers. When did he arrive? Appearing from the ceiling, the guy drops straight at me. Silver light descends upon me. The guy that seems to have come straight through the ceiling descends to pierce my head. You! I frantically escape by rolling forward. He lands softly while I keep rolling. But I stop rolling and stand with my freshly made sword in hand. He turns to face me, looking bored. Yeah, like, as nice and confident as Shirou was feeling, there's absolutely not a single goddamn thing that little poster can do to that lance.
余計な手間を。見えていればいたかろうと、俺なりの配慮だったのだがな。
You're causing unnecessary troubles. I was being considerate by killing you before you noticed me. Well, this is why you're a lancer, not an assassin. He raises his lance again, seemingly uninterested. I don't know why, but he lacks the spirit he had at the school ground. In that case, I might be able to outwit him. Maybe Lancer just feels really bad about this.
まったく、一日に同じ人間を二度殺す羽目になるとはな。いつになろうと、人の世は血生臭いということか。
Jeez, I never thought I'd kill the same person twice in one day. I guess it just means that the human world is always filled with bloodshed. The man is complaining as if he thinks nothing of me. I slowly move backwards. It's about 3 more meters to the window. Once out the window, it's about 20 meters to the shed. Then, I can run off this instant.
じゃあな、今度こそ迷うなよ、坊主。
See ya. Don't come back this time, kid. He says blankly, as if sighing it out. Pain assails my right arm. It happened in an instant. The man's lance is thrust without time for me to react. I would have faced my second death with that blow. But what prevented it was my newly made sword. Oh. He must have thought it was just paper. The lance, thrust as if this poster wasn't there, was deflected by it and only skimmed my right arm.
ほう、変わった芸風だな、おい。
Wow, that's a strange technique you've got there. The man's expression goes away. His carelessness disappears, and he's now staring at me with beast-like eyes. I screwed up. I was just being stupidly optimistic when I thought I could do something. The thing before me is a monster beyond belief. Painfully, I realize my foolishness for letting my guard down even slightly against him. That's right. If I had been really desperate, I should have ran frantically to the window as soon as I miraculously avoided his first attack.
ただの坊主かと思ったが、なるほど。微弱だが魔力を感じる。心臓をうがたれて生きているってのはそういうことか。
I thought you were just a kid, but I see. I do feel some magical energy from you, even though it's weak. That must be why you're alive even after I stabbed you through the heart. Okay, maybe it's a good thing that Lancer doesn't even suspect Rin here. He points his lance at me. I won't be able to block it. I can't possibly block that lightning-fast blow. If his weapon were a sword, I'd have been able to at least prepare for it. But that's a lance. A sword follows a line, but a lance has a point. How am I supposed to block a blow from a point that I can't even see coming?
いいぜ。少しは楽しめそうじゃないか。
Good. It looks like I might be able to have a little fun. Okay, I take it back. Lancer is not a nice person. The man's body descends. In that instant, his lance is swung sideways. I block the lance coming at my face with just my instincts.
いい子だ。ほら次行くぞ。
Good boy. Here comes the next one. There's a huge whirlwind. I don't know how he's moving the lance in this small room, but it makes a beautiful arc and comes to attack my body from the other side. My constructed sword, moved to stop it, bends. Is he using a hammer? Damn, this numbness feels like I've broken the bones in my arm.
Come out!
Damn, you... Huh? I swing the sword instinctively. He must take me lightly, as he hasn't pulled back his lance, so I flick away the shaft with my sword. The arms that hit it go numb. The sword bends even more, and the man's lance only moves slightly. Man, so... is Lancer really just going to let two masters live tonight? He could have killed Rin with a surprise attack. He could have just mercilessly cut down Shirou again. Oh, this is gonna bite him in the ass later.
使えねえな。機械をくれてやったのに無駄な真似しやがって。まあ、魔術師に切り合いを望んでも仕方ねえんだろうが。
You're useless. I gave you a chance, but you didn't do anything worthwhile. Well, I guess it's asking too much to expect a good armed fight from a Magus. The man was just playing with me. He let me hit him once, since I blocked him twice. I used up my one and only chance for just a makeshift attack. That's why he sees no point in fighting me anymore.
拍子抜けだ。やはりすぐに死ねよ、坊主。
You've let me down. I'll just kill you now, kid. He readies his lance again. Say, during that small, unnecessary movement... What you want, you idiot? Without looking behind me, I jump out the window. I break the window with my back and roll outside. I roll a few times, get up, and... Without a thought, I turn and swing behind me. The man hesitates a moment as I deflected his lance thrust. As I expected, if I jumped out the window, he would definitely come after me. He would kill me even before I could get up. That's why I expected the fatal blow and swung at it. It was a bold plan. I would have died if it was a second too late or a second too early, but considering the difference in our skill, I could never have been too early. So all I had to do was get up as fast as possible and swing at what was coming behind me. The result was perfect. I won my bet and deflected the man's lance. I quickly regained my balance. Now, I have to make it to the shed before he recovers.
飛べ
Fly. Huh? The man who was supposedly had his Lancelot knocked away comes up to me empty-handed and spins and executes a roundhouse kick. The scenery flies past me. My battered chest is numb and I cannot breathe. No, what's more surprising is I'm flying. I never in my dreams thought that I would be sent flying by a mere roundhouse kick. I fall to the ground from my back. I hit a wall and come crashing down. Is that the shed? That shit's a house. I can't breathe. My vision is blurred. I manage to stand, supporting myself against the wall of my destination, the shed. I track the man with my blurry vision. I must have been kicked 20 meters. The man approaches, lance in hand. I'll be killed. I'll definitely be killed. The man will be here in a second. If I don't want to die now, I have to get up and face him. The lance comes out at me. I can't even turn around fully, and my collapsing body faces the man's lance.
せ男だったらちゃんと立ってる
Damn, if you're a man, keep yourself together. How fortunate. Got lucky. I couldn't hold myself up and my knees collapsed. Lancer's just jobbing to this guy. The lance goes over my head and hits the door of the shed, opening it. So, this is my last chance. If I go in the shed, there should be something that I could use as a weapon. I enter the shed on all fours. There.
そらこれでしまいだ
Here. This is it. A fatal, inescapable blow was thrust.
こら
You! And I block it. What? I unroll the poster and make it into a one-time shield. Okay, that's cool. Okay. A huge impact. The opened-up poster did block the lance, but it was not strong enough. It pierced through and transforms back into its original paper. Hit by the impact of the thrust lance, I'm flung to the wall. I fall on my butt and recover myself. When I raise my head to try and find a weapon.
爪だ今のは割と驚かされたぜ坊主
Checkmate. That was a pretty surprising move, kid. The man is pointing the lance at me. This is it. The man's lance is pointed directly at my heart. I know this. This is the smell of death I felt just a few hours ago. Hello?
しかしわからねえな起点は効くくせに魔術はからっきしときた筋はいいようだがまだ若すぎたか
But I don't understand. You're quick-witted, but you suck at magic. Seems like you have talent, but I guess you're just too young. I can't hear him. My mind is focused only on the weapon in front of me. It's only natural, because I'll die when that thing is thrust. So everything else is gone from my mind. What else can I think about now that things have ended up like this?
もしやとは思うが、お前が7人目だったのかもな。
It's unlikely, but maybe you were the seventh one.
ま、だとしても、これで終わりなんだが。
Well, this is it for you, even if that's the case. The man's arm moves. The movement I couldn't even see before looks like it's in slow motion now. The running silver light. The spearhead moves straight from my heart. It will spill blood in the next second. I know this feeling. The feeling of metal running into me. The taste of blood coming up my throat. The sense of the world around me disappearing. I felt all of it earlier. And I have to experience it again? Really? Yeah, shit sucks, bro. I don't understand. Why do I have to go through with this? This is bullshit. Damn straight. I can't accept this. I can't just die here meaninglessly. I was saved. So I can't die so easily. I have to live and fulfill my obligations. If I die, I can't do that. But the lance will pierce me. The spearhead will cut into my flesh and pierce my heart. It pisses me off. It's ridiculous to kill someone that easily. It's ridiculous for me to die so easily. Dying twice in one day? That's ridiculous as well. Damn. Everything is so screwed up that I can't contain it all and...
ふざけるな。俺は...
Damn it, I won't be killed meaninglessly by someone like you. Huh? Truly, it...
何?
What? Appeared like magic. In a blinding light, it appears from behind me. My mind stops. All I know is that the figure who appeared is a girl. The moment it appears, it repels the lance thrust at my heart and steps up to the enemy without hesitation.
本気か? 7人目のサーバントだと?
Can it be? The seventh servant? The man readies his deflected lance and the girl swings something she is holding. Sparks fly twice. A strong swing. The man hesitates, receiving a heavy blow from the girl. He must have realized he is at a disadvantage as he jumps out of the shed with bestial speed. While keeping her guard up against the man, she quietly turns to me. And here we are, the very first thing we saw in this visual novel. Aw, man. I said it before, I'll say it again. Saber's design is awesome. The wind is strong today. The clouds drift and the moon appears for a brief moment. The silver light that shines into the shed lights up the girl in knightly form. I'm speechless. Not because I'm confused by the sudden turn of events. I'm at a loss for words because of this girl's overwhelming beauty. The girl stares at me emotionlessly with her jewel-like eyes.
とう、あなたが私のマスターか?
I ask of you, are you my master? She says in a valiant voice.
マスター?
I only repeat back her words. I don't know who she is or what she's talking about. All I know is that the small girl is the same kind of being as the man outside. The girl says nothing and just stares at me silently. How can I put this? The figure in front of me is so special that I forget the situation, that the man outside could come and attack at any second. It feels like time has stopped just around me. The fear of death has disappeared and only the girl fills my vision.
サーバントセーバー、召喚に従い参上した。
I, Servant Saber, have come forth in response to your summons.
マスター、指示を。
Please give me an order, Master. She speaks again. The instant I hear the words Master and Servant, a pain shoots through my left hand. Ah, this must be the command runes. It's like a hot iron has been placed on my hand. I grab my left hand instinctively. That must have been the signal, as the girl quietly nods her lovely face.
これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。
From this time forth, my sword shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me.
ここに契約は完了した。
Now, our contract is complete. Saber seems to be a very by-the-numbers person. Archer Archer played around with Rin quite a bit. But Saber looks at this pathetic, bleeding man just sitting there in a daze, not answering any question, and goes like, yeah, all right, I'm your servant. It's all good.
契約って何の?
A contract? What are you talking about? Even I have some knowledge of magic. I understand what that word means. But the girl doesn't answer me and looks away with the same grace she had when she nodded. She looks at the door of the shed. Oh, that must be her sensing Rin. Oh, never mind. There stands the man, his lance ready in his hand. She moves faster than I can think. The knightly girl leaps out of the shed without hesitation. I get up and follow the girl, even forgetting the pain in my body. There's no way that girl will be a match for him. Are you sure about that? Even armored like that, she is a girl smaller than me. Huh. I guess I never really thought about it, but I always thought that Saber was a very tall lady. Stop! My words are silenced by the sound. What? I can't believe my eyes. This time, my head really goes blank.
なんだあいつ?
What is she? The sound of weapons. The moon is hidden behind the clouds, and the yard has returned to its original darkness. In it, sparks are born from steel hitting steel. The lance-wielding man wordlessly attacks the girl who jumped out of the shed. But the girl parries the blow of her lance and knocks away all following attacks, driving the man back with every blow. Oh. Well, I think that tells you a lot right there. Lancer was the one who ended up driving Archer back. And now Saber is driving Lancer back. Okay. I can't believe it. The girl called Saber is overpowering that man. The battle has begun. What happened between me and him earlier wasn't a battle. A battle is a fight between two people who can kill each other. What are the difference in skills if each has a way to kill the other? Then you can call it a battle. Their fight is a battle in the sense too. The man's lance that I couldn't even see is thrown with even more power. But the girl parries it with the thing in her hands and closes in on the man. Yeah, just what is Saber holding? I know what she's holding. I don't think Shirou does, though. Damn. The man retreats a bit. He holds his lance vertically to protect his ribs as the girl goes for them. Oh, we gotta appreciate this art. Whoops. We gotta appreciate this art a bit. That's some cool shit right there. Yeah, what is Saber holding in her hands? I know. Do you? For a moment, the man's lance glows. It was a blow like an explosion, and I guess it really was one. The instant the man blocks the thing the girl's holding, the lance in his hand glows as if electrified. The man, and even I, can tell what that is. That is a force of magical energy so strong that it's visible. Yo! Well, Rin was under the impression that the 3 knightly classes can't really use magic, but in return are pretty much immune to it. But if something about Saber's weapon is magical innately, that could be a thing? In each of the girl's blows is a terrible amount of magical energy. That outrageous amount of magical energy is penetrating the opponent's weapon just by touching it. Such a thing, it would take such a force just to block it. If you think of the man's lance as an accurate sniper rifle, the blows of the girl are like those of a powerful shotgun. Oh, I love it. Every time the girl swings, the yard is filled with light. But that isn't what's overpowering the man. Coward, what are you doing, hiding your weapon? The man complains while avoiding the girl's fierce attacks. The girl doesn't answer, but only attacks even more with the thing in her hands. You! The man retreats with not even a chance for a counterattack. Because the girl's weapon is invisible, as he cannot sense her range, it would be careless to attack recklessly. Yes, it is invisible. The girl definitely has something in her hand, but as you can't see what shape it is or how long it is, you can't tell anything about it. Perhaps it's totally invisible, as it does not show up even when sparks fly off from it. Damn. The man must be having a hard time defending against it, as his moves aren't as sharp. And the girl lets out a voice for the first time. She swings her weapon with more fury. A storm of swings without pause. The flying sparks remind me of a blacksmith hitting iron. The lance-wielding man blocks them, clucking his tongue. I must say, I admire his skills even though he tried to kill me. The man is blocking invisible blows, watching only the opponent's legs and arms. But that's it. You only need to beat down someone who's gone defensive. As if to say so, the girl steps even closer to the man and delivers a blow with all her might, as if smashing him down. Don't underestimate me, fool! He must see this as his opportunity as the man disappears. No, he jumped back, making it look like he disappeared. The girl's blow cuts through the air and destroys the ground, kicking up dust. The blow, sworn as a final one, was easily dodged. idiot! What is she doing? I can tell even from a distance. I don't know about the careful blows from before, but such a big blow won't be able to touch that man. Even that man's body must have been straining under all those attacks. But he suppresses it for an instant and jumped away. As if this blow will determine the victor. The man who jumped back several meters jumps as soon as he lands. As if reversing his retreat, he jumps at the girl. In contrast, the girl still has her sword in the ground. That opening is irrevocable. The red lance returns in less than a second, and the girl twirls her body with the sword still in the ground. So the contest lasts less than a second. The man sees his mistake and tries to hold back, while the girl uses her whole body to execute her blow. The man blown away and the girl who blew him away both seem discontent. And some of this phrasing is a bit awkward. They each launched their blows to kill the other. Even if they allowed them to escape immediate danger, they were worthless. Their distance opens. The two stare at each other silently.
どうしたランサ
What is wrong, Lancer?
ー止まっていては僧兵の名が泣こう。そちらが来ないのなら私が行くが。
It would not do your name credit if you just stand there. If you will not come, I can.
わざわざ死にに来るか。それは構わんが、その前に一つだけ聞かせろ。
You're going to come and die? I don't mind, but let me ask you this first.
貴様の宝具。それは剣か。
Your noble phantasm. Is it a sword? The man glares, as if staring right into her heart.
さあどうかな。
Who knows?
旋風かもしれぬし、双剣かもしれぬ。いや、もしや弓かもしれんぞ、ランサー。
It might be a battle axe, or it might be a spear. It might even be a bow, Lancer.
抜かせ、セイバー。
Keep talking, Saber. Perhaps it's really funny for him. The man, the one called Lancer, lowers his lance. It looks like he's indicating that he doesn't want to fight anymore. The girl is puzzled by Lancer's action. But I know that stance. It was used in that fight a few hours ago in the schoolyard. Oh, shit. Okay. So, I had it wrong. Wow, okay. The reason Lancer fled from this estate isn't because Saber just kicked his ass so hard. It's because Lancer felt Archer's presence. That has to be it. It's the fatal move that was supposed to have ended the show.
ついでにもう一つ聞くがな。お互い初見だしよ。ここらで分けって気はないか。
I'll ask just in case this is our first meeting. Sorry. I'll ask just in case, since this is our first meeting. Do you want to call it even?
悪い話じゃないだろう。そら、あそこでほうけているお前のマスターは使い物にならんし、俺のマスターとて姿を晒せねえ大ふぬけときた。
It's not a bad deal, right? See, that slow master over there is useless, and it so happens that my master is a coward.
ここはお互い万全の状態になるまで勝負を持ち越した方が好ましいんだが。
I think it's in both our interests to hold off on this match until we're better prepared. So Lancer has so much pride to the extent that he can't accept a neutral ending. It has to be postponed. It can't be sets of duels. It has to be just one fight with breaks between. There has to be a clear outcome to every fight he's in, and he can't abide by even a tie.
断る。あなたはここで倒れろ、ランサー。
I refuse. You will fall here, Lancer.
そうかよ。たく、こっちはもともと様子見が目的だったんだぜ。サーバントが出たとあっちゃ、長居する気はなかったんだが。
I see. Geez, all I wanted to do was check things out, you know? I didn't want to stay long since a servant came out. Oh boy. It seems like the air around them distorted. Lancer lowers his stance. A chill runs through the air at that moment. It's exactly like back then. The magical energy rumbles in a whirlpool centered on that lance. So if Archer and Rin's presence really does scare off Lancer, that means that both Rin and Shirou have taken turns preventing Lancer from unleashing his noble phantasm.
ホーグ。
Noble phantasm. The girl readies her apparent sword and glares at the enemy in front of her. The girl, facing the enemy, knows better than I how dangerous he is.
じゃあな、その心臓、もらい受ける。
See ya. I'll take that heart of yours. The beast jumps. Lancer instantly appears in front of the girl, as if he teleported and thrusts his lance at the girl's feet. What? Hold on. I thought you had to say the name of your weapon or your heroic spirit in order to invoke your noble phantasm. Is this a feint? It was a bad move, even to my eyes. With the lance already lowered, it wouldn't be effective to aim low at the girl. To prove my point, the girl jumps over the lance and moves forward to slash Lancer away. At that moment...
Gate!
Oh! I know that! With words themselves charged with magical energy.
Bark!
Gay Bulk? I think I predicted that! That was one of the spear names I thought I said. Oh! The lance thrust at the girl's feet rushes towards her heart. So... Oh man, okay, that narrows things down, right? Gaybolg, that's like, it's somewhere around Welsh, Scottish, Irish, that kind of area. I don't know the specifics. I don't know the differences between those cultures and their legends as well as I should. Oh man. Of course, I can't exactly look up anything because obviously if I type in Gaybolg into Wikipedia, I'll see exactly who wielded it. But at least I know something about Lancer's identity now. Her body rises into the air. The girl is driven up into the air by the blow of the lance, and as she crashes down, lands on the ground. Oh, shit. Okay, wasn't Saber completely unharmed when she pinned down Rin? Is Shirou going to heal her with like a command spell unwittingly? She's bleeding. The girl, who hasn't even received a scratch so far, is bleeding badly from her chest.
呪詛。いや、今のは因果の逆転か。
A curse. No, a reversal of causality. Wait, a reversal of causality? As in changing time? Changing the timeline? Wait. I'm surprised too? No, since I saw it from a distance, I can tell better than her that the attack just now was a strange one. The lance was definitely aimed at her feet. But it suddenly changed its course, moving strangely in an impossible direction, and pierced the girl's heart. The lance itself has not grown or bent. It looks so natural that it makes one think that the lance was already in her heart. And for that reason, it's strange. Well, shit. Oh, who was it that wielded the Gaebolg? Well, at any rate, I think I remember what the mythical properties of that spear were. I think. I wanted to say, left, vines, thorny vines in the victim that would, spread out or something. Something like that. Shit, I forget, and I can't look anything up either. Ugh. I'm gonna have to just wait for it to be revealed, aren't I? Well, at any rate, it's time I ended this video. I can't say things turned out like I expected. I thought I was ahead of the curve for so readily remembering the events of the prologue. But no, this is very surprising. I did not expect Lancer to unleash his noble phantasm at all. Damn. So, unless, causality being changed is what I think, then, as things will proceed, Lancer will flee, Saber will attack Archer and Ren, and from there, I guess, at this point, both Archer and Saber will know who Lancer truly is, I think. At any rate, we know for certain that Archer figured it out, so if Shirou and Rin will team up and form an alliance like I am suspecting they will, then I guess we'll learn at some point anyway, because it would be useful information to share, early on. Oh, man. Well, at any rate, yeah, this was an exciting little thing here. Not at all what I expected. I like that my expectations were subverted. Very well done. But I have to say, though, as cool and badass as Lancer is, he really came off like a dumbass with how much he toyed with Shirou. He really should have taken him seriously and just offed him. But I'm sure he'll regret that later. So, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Fate Stay Night. I thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you then. See you next time.